Hey there, welcome to Consult the Blind Guy. In today's episode, we are covering day 11 of the Lita Challenge. If you're unfamiliar what the Lita Challenge is, it is live streaming every day in August. Today's mission is to do something that you're uncomfortable doing on camera or publicly. So today you're in for a treat. We are going to do a live drum session and you get to actually see how I practice and record my music. Today is going to be a different experience for me because this is one thing I definitely do not do usually is show how I actually play the drums or practice the drums and record and things. So you're actually in for a treat because I'm going to show you how this blind guy actually practices on a regular basis. Unfortunately, I was unable to find my mask to show that I cannot see anything, so I am actually borrowing my mother's, which is a set of panda eyes. So this ought to be a little bit interesting to say the least, considering usually it would be blackout on my face instead of having an extra set of like eyes looking back at you. So it might as well be a comical relief for you today. Um, Please let me know if the audio is okay. I do want to do a quick little test here so you can let me know whether or not it's too loud or too quiet. So first we're going to check the cymbals. I'm sure you're getting a little bit of extra noise in the background because I still have the microphone on. I will be shutting that off in just a second, so you will not hear the computer fan or the air conditioner or my feet and hands hitting on here. You will actually just hear the drum set itself. You're probably wondering, how am I doing this? Well, I'm actually running my drum set from here into a mixer. Mixer is hooked up into the computer, which also has my microphone hooked up into it, and my cell phone's sitting way over here in the opposite side of my room for once. So you can actually have a better view of me rather than the usual close up. So if you are here with me live, please let me know if the volume is all right. That way I don't blow out your ears because that is definitely something I do not want to do. So if you could help me with that, I would greatly appreciate it. As I said here, we're doing the hi hat or cymbal. I know it sounds pretty good in my ears for levels, but I would prefer to know if it's all right in your levels because like I said, I do not want to have this too loud to where I'm hurting your ears. I know you've got volume and you can turn it down, but I would prefer to be able to let you have your volume where you want it and that this is not actually going to overpower your computer or your phone or whatever device it is that you're listening to for this stream. So I would greatly appreciate any kind of feedback you can give on the levels so I know that I'm doing all right. This is only going to be a short stream because I do not want to keep you here all day just watching me drum. But this is definitely one thing that is a little bit nerve wracking for me. Like I said, this is not my usual thing to sit here live and actually show you a practice session. So you're in for a treat because this is how I record my own music to share with the world. I'm actually in the process of taking some of these drum beats and getting them mixed and everything so I can put them out for other content creators to be able to utilize to make their own music, just like I do with mine with my program for mixing from Magic's Music Maker. This is also another way that I create my music to be able to sell and have aired on the radio, which I have actually had one song so far on the radio this year. And in the moment, I've got about another 100 songs that I have mixed or composed myself that are being reviewed by my feedback team so I can ensure that they're in the best quality possible so I can have them copyrighted, and then I will be able to do an official release of my own music. It is a little bit hard for me to tell if there is anybody here. I do have my cell phone with me, so I can periodically check the chat to ensure that I can see any comments that might be coming in. It looks like so far we don't really have anybody here. Hey, Nick Gaming, what's going on, man? Thank you for stopping in. I greatly appreciate it. Can you let me know, Nick, real quick, if the volume is okay? I will be shutting off this microphone in a second, so you won't hear me talking. You'll just hear what I'm doing. But I don't want to have it too loud for anybody. So can you let me know, Nick, if this is coming through too loud or if it's too quiet? Thank you, Nick. Greatly appreciated. Um, as I was saying a second ago, today is a treat. The Live Streaming Pros Challenge is to do something I'm uncomfortable with on camera or uncomfortable doing publicly. So today you're in for a live drum session where I am actually going to blindfold myself and you will be able to see how I practice my drums. So, with that said, I hope you enjoyed this live stream. I will not take forever, I promise, but I did want to give a nice little demonstration of how I practice and create some of my music. So, I am going to take off my glasses, set them over here with the computer. I'm going to shut off the microphone here real quick and then put on my face mask and we will get into this. Sorry if it's a little bit loud there, Nick. I am using the Alesis drum kit. It's the DX8, I do believe is what they call it. The Nitro Mesh kit. It's all electronic. You can plug it into a mixer. That way, you can do like what I'm doing here and be able to plug it into your computer, and it will be able to record into whatever software you choose to use, or you could do live broadcasts like I am now. Um, it has the ability to be able to control a MIDI controller on your computer to change up drum sets. I actually have 40 different kits that I can use on this drum kit. 25 of them are preset, and then the other 15 are mine able to customize. Most of the kits that I've practiced on here in this live stream so far are my own customization of my kit. In fact, I will see which one do I want to switch to here. Make sure I got the kit that I want to use. That's the downfall to having so many different things on here is you got to remember what number is which kit. Make sure we got the right one here. All right. Yeah, the Alesis Nitro Mesh kit. But they also call it like the DX8 or something like that as well. All right. Make sure we got this on the right one here. I think that is. Stick you back over here a second. Double check. Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. For those of you that are coming in while I was playing the drums here, um today's challenge for Lita was to do something that I was uncomfortable with doing publicly or openly on a video. And rather than trying to come up with something to sing, I figured it would be a good opportunity to show you how I do drum practice. As a visually impaired person, it's common to hear that we're unable to use instruments because we can't see. And I like to practice with a blindfold on so I can develop the muscle memory to know exactly where my cymbals are, where the drum heads are, the rims, and everything, so I could be able to play should I become completely blind. Greg, first thought is being able to be like you and be able to sit down and be able to play without any kind of issues. And thank you, Greg, for also showing up today. I greatly appreciate it, as well as for joining us on the Hangout group. It is greatly appreciated. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask them. I have no problems answering. I do have my cell phone here since I am too far away from the computer. Uh, Thank you, Michael. Greatly appreciated, brother. I'm I figured this would be a good way to show off another one of my talents. As most of you who, if you're here from the quarantine, you all most likely have seen my post about the Slack feedback crew that I have that helps me by listening to my completed music so I know whether or not I need to adjust anything or modify anything before I submit them to the copyright office before official release. And this is one of my ways of creating music is to sit here like this, not necessarily of course with the camera on, but I will sit here like this on my electric drum set, which is plugged into my mixer right here, if you can see it, on the opposite side of this cymbal. And it runs into my laptop, which runs into my USB port. Oh, sorry for hitting the cymbal there. Um, but it goes into the USB, which hooks into my music recording software. And this is how I record and mix down my music to be able to create and share out to everybody else. This is how I'm also developing my own little loops and samples that I will eventually be able to sell as well for other music creators that would like to use something different compared to what is offered by like my music maker program, where I get a lot of my commercially licensed loops. I'm sorry, I keep looking over here because I am trying. I should just keep this here. That way I can keep an eye on the chat. Sorry, I keep looking off to the side rather than looking to you because I am just so used to looking at the computer to monitor rather than a camera that's literally sitting 20 foot away from me so I can be able to record this. Um, Earth Magic, thank you, greatly appreciated. Um, it's always nice to meet new friends that are actually fully blind because I do a lot of my content. So, especially the simple tech for the blind and visually impaired, I try to do all my simple tech stuff geared towards people like you and Greg who have absolutely no sight at all. That way, should you want to use StreamYard or any of the other platforms, that I will be able to help you and guide you through on how to use it. This way, if you're not familiar, I will give you a complete layout on the screen of where everything is, what it does, and how to use it. So I greatly appreciate you coming, Earth Magic. If you have any kind of software or computer programs, anything that you need assistance with. If I have access to it already, I will do my best to help you. Hey, Sister Dale, how are you doing today? Thankfully, we survived the wonderful severe storm last night. We did end up having in the area about 30 trees that came down last night, and somewhere around 20 power lines and power poles, and the fire department has been working all night, and as far as I know still are working in the neighborhood now to get rid of trees and power lines from the storm. um if anybody has any questions about what I'm doing, please feel free to drop that in the chat, and I will fill you in just in case you missed out. If you have any questions regarding yesterday's video as well about print on demand, I can also answer any of that right here as well. But today was definitely a challenge I was not prepared for. I got it late last night to let me know what I had to do today, and they wanted me to do something I was uncomfortable or scared about. And it's like, well, I could sing because I don't like singing publicly unless I'm in a group. But in order to do that, I would have to find a song that is copyright free, and that's not that easy for me. I could probably come up with one of my own, but as I said, I don't like singing alone, so that wasn't gonna happen today. Maybe in a future stream here, I will do something like that, but I figured today would be a good way to showcase another one of my talents and also give you a behind the scenes look at one of the other things that I do as a content creator, because I'm not only a live streamer, video maker on YouTube, but I'm also a music creator. Um, for those that can see, this bag that you're seeing here up over my right shoulder is actually my Native American flutes. So I will be doing another demonstration on a different stream of those as well. Let's see, what do we have here in the chat? Uh, that is awesome, Earth Magic. I'm more than happy to help. Oh, thank you for popping in, Dale. Sorry to miss out on your stream as well, sister. It's greatly appreciated that you could come and join us today. Really, Michael? Yes, brother. I will hit you up in Slack after the stream. I actually have five of our quarantine fam that are part of my feedback crew. I also have a few that are on Facebook that are part of my feedback crew. I always love getting feedback from everybody on the things that I mix and create myself. That way I know it's good enough to meet, what we would consider good on the radio. I don't want anything to be too repetitive, the volume to be too high on one instrument, not another, lyrics sound good. Um, I do a lot of different genres. Instead of being like the average musician, I dabble in everything: classical music, rock music, reggae, metal, meditation. I am actually working on meditation music for Martin Hewlett, who is also one of our good brother friends from Pat Flynn's channel, and he is also the one I mentioned in a video previously about being one of my friends that I am an affiliate for. And if you are interested in calming your anxiety, getting over your stress, I will put a link in the description after the stream for you My buddy Martin actually has a course to help you combat your anxiety and be able to relax and calm down. With his method of this course, you learn different tactics that you can use to limit your stress and calm yourself down easier, not stress and be so anxious in emergency situations. He's just awesome. I actually love listening to Martin because of his accent. Martin is from the UK and he's got that wonderful British accent, so he is very calming and relaxing to listen to. Yes, Martin is freaking awesome. Um I'm actually in the process of making music just for Martin to be able to use on his stream as well as his podcast, so he can be able to have more of a variety. I know Martin already has a good variety, but I'm creating more so he has a bigger variety of meditation music. Um, really, Earth Magic. I am actually quite surprised, everybody, because had it not been for this Lita challenge that I've been doing the past week and a half, you probably wouldn't have seen any of this stuff I've been doing this past week. I have actually opened up here more in the past week and a half to everybody here on the live stream as well as in the Leader Challenge compared to those in my own family. I've always dealt with confidence and self esteem issues because of being afraid of what others perceive of me because of things like this right here. And for those of you who can't see, I'm actually holding on to my white canes, my newest one and my oldest one. And these have been one of my biggest fears is being attacked because of using something like this out in public. And there's a lot of people in, unfortunately, society who, when they see us, whether we're using our white canes or whether it's with our dark sunglasses on, that they believe that that's an automatic sign to go on the attack or take advantage of somebody. So that's one of my big issues that I have been conquering this week is to share a lot more of my personal experience and opinions. And if you've seen episode 9, I went on a little bit of a rant on various topics. And if you take offense, I am sorry because that is not what I intended to do, but I did want to share my perspective on things that are currently going on in the world today and why I believe a lot of those things are happening and what I believe we need to do as a people altogether to hopefully make an improvement in society, not just for here in the United States, but everybody around the world, because there's just way too much going on. And I think it was beneficial for me to share my opinion on those things. So I greatly appreciate everybody that was there with me live and has watched the replay. I can't thank you enough because your feedback has shown me that I did touch on some good topics and I gave good value, and that my feelings were not just my own feelings. Yes, Michael, that is definitely true. The more time you spend on camera, the more comfortable you become. If you are actually a content creator here on YouTube and you are afraid, don't be. As I said, as Michael just said in the chat, the more you are on camera, the easier it gets. previous to doing these live streams, every one of my episodes before doing this challenge, I don't know if you can notice, but I notice a very, very big difference. When I first started out, I was the stick guy. I just sit against the background and I'd sit here with like really low energy and hi, how are you doing? Welcome to Consult a Blind Guy in today's episode kind of thing. I really wouldn't put any emotion into it. I would not be my authentic me because I was afraid. Now that I know that our community members do understand why I've been this way, it's been a lot easier for me to open up, as well as, like I said, this challenge has made me open up. They give us the task late at night, and I only have a matter of a few hours to be able to come up with what I'm going to do for my live stream. For those of you who are new, this live stream, originally the challenge was supposed to be done on Facebook in a private group, and that was it. My buddy Karma Cashflow and I, when we first heard about the stream challenge, we were under the impression that we were actually supposed to do it here on YouTube openly. And then we actually found out the day before the challenge started that no, it's on Facebook privately for a safe environment and stuff like that. And because Karma and I are both men of our word, we decided that we would continue to do our daily live streams because we had already put it out to our community that we would be here every day of the month. Originally, I was doing it at 12 in the afternoon until 1, but because I watch Karma first thing in the morning, then I go to Pat Flynn, I then was doing the stream, but I was actually kind of cutting out on a business meeting, which I feel I should be at because if I'm not there, I'm missing out on some good value from my quarantine fam on Slack because we talk for about half hour, 45 minutes roughly about business, whether it's doing podcasting, content creation here on YouTube, websites. It's just a variety of different topics all around business. If you're in the Hangout group, I actually did talk to Pat today during his live stream and did verify that his courses are still available for free. So if you are interested in starting your own business or building your own brand, starting an email list, I have the information on the group, but I will actually mention it here for those of you who are not in the group yet. You can get Pat Flynn's courses for free, no cost at all. No, this is not an affiliate or nothing. This is just a recommendation for you who want to build your own business or brand or create an email list. You can go to smartpassiveincome.com slash toolkit. If you go to that website, you scroll approximately halfway down and you will come across 3 pictures that will be for the courses that he offers. Smart from Scratch is helping you start a business from the very ground all the way up to being successful. Then you also have the Build Your Own Brand, which will help you make improvements on like your YouTube channel so you can make sure that everything's set up the best for you to be able to market your own business, whether it's live streaming or whether it's blogging on Facebook or Twitter or anything like that. Sorry, getting a little raspy. I haven't had a drink in a couple hours now. I started panicking before I went live to make sure everything was set up good and the volume was going to be all right. And thank you again, Nick Gaming, for helping me at the beginning of the stream to make sure that the audio and everything was coming through. I greatly appreciate that. Yes, yes, you can definitely do that, Earth Magic. That's totally fine, Dale. Thank you for coming in, sister. Greatly appreciated. Yes, you guys can actually do your content without a camera at all. It is not something you have to do. There is actually a lot of people that I know, like Dale Cecil Runo, for instance. She doesn't have a camera on either. It's just her art. It's her emoji or Bitmoji, her little caricature, and that's it. It's more or less a podcast on YouTube, but not really a podcast. It's just content. And for those who don't know, Delcy Serrano is an author, and I actually had the pleasure last night to chat with her for about an hour about her recent book she's working on, and I cannot wait until it is done because it is very very interesting. Um, she's actually including a lot of different cultures and nations within it. And I was thankful to be reached out to as a consultant on representing the Native American people within her book. And I honestly cannot wait until it is finished so I can get a copy of myself and be able to read it. I'm actually like super, super excited that I was able to help out with that. Um, I've actually got other plans here in the near future as well. I'm in the process of talking with Dan Courier for Creator Fundamentals, because I am actually doing two books. One I'm actually doing specifically for him, and it is a complete transcript of the People of Video conference that we had back a few months ago. So I will actually be getting that done here, hopefully in the next couple weeks, and be able to give it to him. But I'm going to see about possibly giving a copy of that away myself to help promote the People of Video conference. And then the second one I'm working on is my own breakdown of everything I have learned in the last 6 months. As most of you know, I did the People of Video conference for my very first conference ever, which is all about content creation, whether you're on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, anything. I went to that conference to gain as much knowledge as I could to help our community out here, as well as anybody who really wants the information to grow your YouTube or grow your brand on your platform, whichever it may be, and help you figure out what your niche is and how you can do your search engine optimization. There's just so much in there. It's like, wow, overwhelming. And that is actually why I'm working on the second book, because I want to take all that information instead of making it overwhelming to try to take everything in. I'm taking the best points from each of the presenters and giving you a breakdown of the best tips from all of the YouTube influencers, and going to give you my own perspective between them, as well as what I've learned from Pat Flynn, what I learned from another conference called Start Smart Up, which is also geared towards building your own business, no matter what kind it may be. Um, as I said, I'm also a student of Pat Flynn. I have those courses that I mentioned just a few minutes ago, and I am at his office hours faithfully every week. It is a place where all of his students can go learn a little bit more, ask questions, and be able to further your knowledge on your business. And it's completely free. You don't have to pay a single cent. There's no requirements. The only thing you do is submit your email address, and then you'll get the information to log in to the courses, and then you will receive periodic emails from Pat on the different things that he recommends for your business, whether it's using like a email marketing software or tool like ConvertKit, or whether you're a podcaster and need search engine optimization for that, or anything really. Pat has just so many recommendations and tools and tips to help everybody out. I can't thank him enough because he's actually helped me out quite a deal already. In fact, I have been receiving job offers since I started taking his courses. My most recent offer was yesterday morning. I was given a job offer to be a consultant for Native American languages. So I'm ecstatic because prior to learning everything I've learned these past few months, I never would have received job offers. Hey, Danny McKenna, how are you doing? It's been a while. Oh, sorry about background noise. Dogs barking. Yes, Pat definitely does know his stuff, Greg. You got that right. He is awesome. In fact, as I mentioned a moment ago, ConvertKit. Um, as I've mentioned in one of my previous streams and in the video, that a good thing to do as content creators here is to create an email list. You're probably asking, why do I want to create an email list? You don't like getting emails no more than I probably like getting emails. And the simple fact is besides being able to email your followers about your content, it's a good way to actually keep your community in contact, because if we have a situation like with TikTok and this whole ban that they're talking about, if they shut it down, all those content creators on there are going to have no way to reach out to their followers. If you have an email list, you can be able to contact your followers or your subscribers and let them know, hey, this kind of situation happened and now I have to move my content to here, or um, this content is no longer going to be available on this platform. If you want to follow me, you can either go to my website or you can find me on Facebook or whatever the situation may be. It's a good insurance policy. That way, you don't have to worry about if anything happens, to where you could still be able to reach your subscribers and followers. Um, I am actually doing this myself now. I don't have the convert kit yet. Pat is actually working on taking care of a situation for me because of some confusion. Pat is actually a advisor for the ConvertKit company, and I let him know earlier today that there was some confusion and issues that I found as a visually impaired person and user, and I avoided using the program because of that confusion. So now Pat is actually going to reach out to the company to remedy the situation so that you and I, if we choose to, we can go to ConvertKit and be able to use it without issue or confusion. And as soon as that is handled, I will do a tutorial on how everything works and everything like that as well. That way, you do not have to be worried about learning something from scratch on your own either. As I said, I try to do my simple tech That way, anyone, no matter whether you're low vision or whether you're 100% blind, will be able to use the software or browser plugins, extensions, or whatever it may be without issue. Um, in fact, Mike, Michael, sorry, I should ask you that actually, if you're still here, Michael, man. Do you prefer Michael or Mike? Thank you, Danny McMcKenna. Greatly appreciated, brother. I hope that everybody's finding value in the content that I've come out with recently because I was absolutely nervous about the way that I was doing it. And I'm sure you can tell in those videos still as well that it was prior to me doing this challenge. So I will be making another version of some of those later and going on a deeper dive on some of them. All right, thank you, Michael. I greatly appreciate that because I want to make sure I don't want to be disrespectful. I just know so many people that are named Michael that I wanted to make sure because it's like first thought is to go, "Hey, Mike, how are you doing?" And I actually am going to hit you up also, Mike, about doing websites because I seen your post in our Slack group. So I have a couple more questions for you, if you don't mind, brother. I'll be messaging you here in a little while. Um, does anybody have any questions for me today about what I was doing for the live stream or anything about yesterday's video, anything I've mentioned today about like possibly Pat Flynn's courses, anything, I will be more than happy to answer them. Um, Unfortunately, I only have a limited amount of time on StreamYard yet, so I'm trying to keep these at a fairly good length, but I don't want to go over my time limit, so I will be actually having to either purchase a monthly subscription or yearly subscription to StreamYard in order to continue on this program, or use one of the others like Streamlabs or uh, Prism Live Studio. I have used Prism Live Studio once, but it was only a quick test to see if it would hurry up and work, and that was it. So I still have to learn a little bit about that to be able to make a video and help everybody with that one. And I have used Streamlabs once as well, and that was the program I used the very first live stream on this channel. And it's a little bit overwhelming because of the layout and the way the thing's set up. So I am studying that as well to create another tutorial. Oh yes, I'm doing good, Danny. Thank you. I hope you're doing good. I know we all had them severe storms last night. I was a little bit worried for some of our community members because I know we're between the western side of Lake Michigan to the eastern side of Lake Erie, and we all got slammed last night with the tornado warnings and severe weather. So I'm hoping that everybody in our community stayed safe last night. Hopefully you didn't lose power or nothing or nothing too major in your area. All right, I'm not seeing any questions that I can notice. Um, Thank you all for your feedback and comments while I was drumming. Greatly appreciated. I'm sorry it took me so long to scroll up to see everything. Thank you, Quarantine family, for coming in and supporting me. Greatly appreciated, brothers. Aaron, Michael. I'm sure Jeff Sampson probably popped in too because he's usually here. Yes, Greg, I will be streaming to Facebook in the private Lita group. But if you guys would like me to do a live stream on our Facebook community, I can go on there also and be able to uh, open up and have everybody in there as well. If you want to have discussions about anything, that's totally fine too. Really, Earth Magic. I'm gonna have to hit you up because we're in the same state. It's always nice meeting new community members that are Michiganders. That's always awesome. But yeah, if you guys would like me to do a stream on the Facebook group, or if you want to do like the new Facebook rooms to where we can do a chat like Zoom, that's totally fine too. Of course, it'll take me a few minutes to get set up because I got to put all this stuff away. But I can definitely do that if you'd want. For those of you who are here and may not know what I'm talking about with the Facebook group, we do actually have two groups. We have the Consult a Blind Guy Hangout group, which is open to anybody who wishes to join. Uh, as I said, you can find us on Consult a Blind Guy Hangout group on Facebook. And then we also have the Consult a Blind Guy Mastermind for those that are content creators. That way, we as content creators can help each other with your channel. That way, you can have assistance on your video ideas, thumbnail ideas, um, just general chat about content creation, whatever. It's all about helping each other to grow our communities in our channels and create the best content that we can. Oh, dang, Danny. Yeah, we can do that, Greg, no problem. Well, hopefully your heat wave over there, Danny, isn't too bad. Hopefully it will lighten up a little bit for you here soon. I know here it's been fluctuating. First we were in the high 90s, and then for a couple days we dropped down to the 70s, and then the humidity and everything kicked back in, and then these wonderful severe storms started popping up. Yeah, this weather has been crazy lately. But all right, guys. I think what I will do now is I will end this stream for today, and then I will take care of this stuff, get repositioned and everything, and then I will go to our Facebook group to be able to do a chat or live stream there with you guys as well. Thank you, Earth Magic, and blessings back to you as well. For you that may be new here, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon so you can stay updated on the latest videos, live streams, and more. There is going to be new content coming out every Monday morning at about 5 to 6 a.m. Eastern Time. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below if you're watching this in the replay, or you can reach out to me by email or on any social media platform at Consult a Blind Guy or Consult Blind Guy on any one of them. I am on all of them. I'm more than happy to answer any questions and help you out with your content or your channel as well. And I will look forward to seeing you all in the Facebook group. And I hope that you all have a wonderful evening and stay safe. Thank you, Greg. Greatly appreciated, brother. I hope that all of you have a wonderful evening, and I will holler at you all soon. Mike, I will be sending you a direct message on Slack, and then I will see everybody over in our Facebook community here shortly. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you all soon. Thank you all again for coming and joining me today. We'll see you later.